Today, I'll lead you through a full body slow flow practice. This is quite a short practice, but it allows us to build some strength and flexibility in our everyday lives. Let's get started. For this practice, we don't need any props. Of course, if blocks are part of your normal practice, or you know that you need something to cushion your knees when we are on the knees, then bring all those props into your practice. But I'll lead you through this little flow without any props. And we are going to start in a standing pose today. So when you have yourself, your space ready, bring yourself into a mountain pose, Tadasana pose. And if you want, you could bring one hand onto your chest, the other hand down to your belly. You might close your eyes or just soften your gaze down for a few breaths. Give yourself a few slightly slower, longer breaths in and out. Giving yourself a moment to arrive into your body, arrive into your practice. Give yourself permission to focus on yourself, focus on the things happening on your mat for the duration of our practice today. If Ujjayi breath is a part of your practice, you might find that gentle Ujjayi breath, that gentle ocean breath to support your practice. And then with your next breath or two, you can open your eyes if you have your eyes closed. Release your hands, your arms down. And we're going to go straight into a balancing pose, the tree pose. So from 2 feet, shift your weight onto your right foot and open your left hip. You can bring your left foot next to your ankle, somewhere below the knee, or you can even bring your left foot up onto the right inner thigh. Bring your palms together in front of the chest. Find a focus point for your gaze. And give yourself a few breaths here in and out. Grounding down through that right foot, that right leg. Lengthen your spine up towards the ceiling. Take one more breath here in and out. And then with your next exhalation, slowly release that left foot down. Bring your both feet onto the mat. Release the arms down. And we're going to go into the half moon side bend. As you breathe in, lengthen both arms up overhead. Take hold of your left wrist with the right hand. And then with the next breath, gently lift yourself up into a small side bend over to the right. Pelvis might lean slightly over to the left, and now ground down, especially through that left foot, left leg. Soften the tops of the shoulders. Take one more breath here. And then with your next breath, lift yourself back up to center and release your hands, release your arms down. We'll find the tree pose, the balancing pose on the other side. So now shift your weight onto the left foot. Rotate your right hip open. And again, you choose where that right foot is, just not pushing into the knee joint, so either below or above the knee. We'll bring palms together in front of the chest. Soften the tops of the shoulders. Find a focus point for your gaze. Notice your breaths. Grounding down through that left leg. Take one more breath here, in and out. And then with your next exhalation, slowly release that right foot back down. And we're going to inhale, lengthen both arms up. Now take hold of your right wrist with the left hand. And then inhale, exhale, lift yourself into the side, bend over to your left. Pelvis might lean over to the right slightly. Grounding down through that right leg, right foot. And breathing here. Where can we find space for our breaths? And then with your next breath in, lift yourself back up to center. Release the hands and arms down. We're going to go into moving chairs. I'll turn sideways so it's easier for you to see. We're going to inhale, lengthen arms up, open the chest and lift into a small back bend. Exhale, bend the knees. Sit down into your chair pose and reach arms in front of you. Same again. Press down through the feet. Lift yourself up. Inhale, open into a small back bend. Exhale, bend the knees. Sit down into your chair. You can let your pelvis tilt back. 2 more rounds with your in-breath, lifting up, opening the chest. And exhale, bend the knees, sit down into your chair. Last time, we're going to lift up. Inhale, open the chest, and now stay here. Exhale, bring arms down behind the back, interlace fingers. And inhale, open the chest. Staying in this back bend for a couple of breaths, opening across the chest. If it feels good, you might press the heels of the hands together. Both feet pressing down. And with your next exhalation, release the arms. Bring yourself back to center. And you can roll the shoulders. Then walk your feet wide apart. Rotate your hips. We're going to go into the open horse pose. As you inhale, lengthen both arms up. As you exhale, bend the knees, cross the arms in front of you, and bring hands onto each inner thigh, inner knee. You might still adjust your feet. Let your hands and arms open the legs just a bit wider. Breathing here. With your next breath, press a bit more through the right arm, bend the left elbow, turn, twist over towards the left leg. You might look over towards the left knee as well. Next breath, come back to center. And we go over to the other side. Now press a bit more onto the left leg. Let your right arm, elbow bend, turning chest over to the right. Again, you might look over towards that right knee. Breathe here in and out. Next breath, come back to center. Exhale, press down through the feet, lift yourself up, reaching both arms up. Star pose, open the chest. And then as you exhale, windmill your hands and arms over to the right foot. Turn into a runner's lunge over that right side. And from there, step into a downward facing dog. So step your both feet back. And here you could pedal your feet. You could let your pelvis tilt a bit from side to side, moving through the hips. You could shake the head, release the neck. And then we're going to go into a plank and down onto the belly for a cobra pose. So now as you inhale, lift yourself forward into plank. And you can bring knees onto the mat as we exhale, lower down onto the belly. We'll keep hands on the mat, roll your shoulders back, release the toes. And then as you inhale, start to peel your chest off the mat into your cobra pose. You can stay low down, a baby cobra. Or you might start to lift yourself higher up, opening through the front line. You might even extend the arms if that feels good. Take another breath in and out, drawing your chest forward. And then exhale, lower down. Lift up through the pelvis, keep your core engaged. Inhale onto hands and knees. Exhale, round the back into a child's pose. You could lean head down onto the mat. Or you might bring hands under the head. Send a few breaths towards the back. Breathing into your turtle shell on your back. After those few breaths, slowly start to lift yourself up to standing on the knees, on the shins. We're going to go into a camel pose, and this could be a very small camel, so no pressure to go into a full camel. Either keep your ankles, your feet pointed, pressing the big toes, the fronts of the feet onto the mat, or you might tuck the toes under. You decide. We'll bring hands onto the lower back. Inhale, lift up through the chest bone, lengthen down through the sit bones, connecting your sit bones to the back of your knees. As you exhale, you can continue lifting yourself into a small back bend. If it feels good to go further down, you might even reach your hands for your feet. Find an edge that feels good. Feels safe for you now. Find an edge where you can breathe. Take another breath in and out. And then with your next breath, lift yourself back up to center. And then we're going to walk our hands forward. Come down onto elbows and forearms. We're going to go into the dolphin pose. Either interlace your fingers, or you can turn your palms on the mat, whichever feels better in your shoulders. Tuck your toes under, lift your pelvis up. You can adjust your feet. Head can lean down, find a good support through your shoulders into your upper back. And now you can either stay here or we can move through some dolphin planks. If you want to move, inhale, shift the weight forward, reach your chin over your hands, and exhale, reach the pelvis back up, pressing down through the forearms. Same again if you want. Inhale forward, reach the chin forward. Exhale, reaching, lifting up through the pelvis. One more time if you want. Inhaling forward. And exhaling, reaching, lifting back up. And then as you exhale, bring your knees back down. Lift yourself up into a seat. You can cross your ankles, cross your shins, and sit over your ankles onto your pelvis. You might need to shift yourself slightly forward so you have space behind you and in front of you. We're going to go into upward facing tabletop. Hands on the mat behind you, feet pressing down. As you inhale, lift your pelvis up, open the front line. If there's any pain in your shoulders, come back down and find a slightly different place for your hands. Maybe fingers need to point a bit more out to the sides, so that you find a place where it's safe to press down through the arms, through the shoulders. You might look up. You might even look behind you if that feels good in the neck. If neck feels tense, you could keep drawing chin to your chest. One more breath in and out. And exhale, bring your pelvis down. Just for a moment, hug the knees, leaning over the legs, head can lean down. Send a breath or two towards the back. And then slowly start to find your way lying down on the back. You can slowly control your way onto your back. We're going to go into a full reclining twist. So either keeping both knees bent, or you might cross your left leg on top and around the right leg, so twisted roots legs, if that feels good. Either way, bring both legs over to the right side of the mat. You can roll onto your right side and then open your chest up towards the ceiling. You might open the left arm out to the left side of the mat. Or if it feels better, just leave that left arm somewhere closer to your body. Where do you feel you could pause for a few breaths? Now letting the belly soften, letting the shoulders soften, the hips soften. Send another breath or two down towards the belly. And then slowly with your next breath or two, bring yourself back to center onto your back. Release any crossing you might have in your legs. And then we'll go twist to the other side. So if you want, on this side, you might cross your right leg on top and around the left leg. Or just have the legs next to each other. Bring both legs over to your left side. And then open the chest again. You might open right arm out to the side. Or you might leave the arm somewhere close to your body. And this side might feel different, so feel free to find a different shape. Send your breaths down and up along the spine, softening, releasing tension. And then slowly with your next breath or two, bring yourself again back to center, back onto your back. Release any crossing you might have in your legs. And then hug your knees in towards the chest, towards the belly. And you can either stay here, or you might open your legs into happy baby. If you want, you might reach hands for the feet. Lift your feet up towards the ceiling. In a happy baby pose, you might rock from side to side if that feels good. Take a few breaths in and out wherever you are, giving your back a gentle rounding, keeping shoulders soft. And then, if you are in a happy baby pose, bring your feet down closer together, close hips, and then bring your feet down on the mat. And find your resting pose. It could be Shavasana pose, you might extend your legs. You might also leave your knees bent, maybe a pyramid pose, leaning knees against each other if that feels better. Find any easy pose where you could give yourself just 5 to 10, a bit slower, longer breaths in and out. Notice where there might be tension that you don't need right now. And let yourself soften that tension as you breathe out. Also soften your jaw. You might move your jaw, just making sure we're not biting teeth together. Soften the shoulders. Take a couple more breaths in and out here. And if you want, you might extend this Shavasana pose. You can stay here longer if that feels good. Or if it's a good time for you to now close your practice and slowly roll down onto one side. It could be the left or the right side. And bring yourself up into a seat, into your final seat. Breathe in and out. And if it's a part of your practice, you might bring your palms together in front of the chest. And as always, at the end of the practice, most importantly, thank yourself for taking this time to move, to breathe, to look after yourself. And I thank you very much for joining in, for sharing this practice. Namaste. Thank you.